Welcome to Islamic Religious Studies for JSS 3. Today we continue our study of the sources of Islamic law, focusing on Ijma, consensus, and Qiyas, analogical reasoning. Recap: the four sources. The four main sources of Islamic law are 1. Quran, primary. 2. Sunnah, primary. 3. Ijma, third source. 4. Qiyas, fourth source. Today we study sources 3 and 4. Third source, Ijma, consensus. Ijma is an Arabic word meaning agreement or consensus. In Islamic law, Ijma refers to the consensus, unanimous agreement, of qualified Islamic scholars, mujtahidin, on a particular legal question. When all qualified scholars agree on a ruling, that ruling becomes binding on Muslims. Basis for Ijma. The Prophet Muhammad said, "My community will never agree on an error hadith." This hadith supports the idea that the consensus of the Muslim community, or its scholars, is a reliable indicator of truth. Surah An-Nisa 4:115 And whoever opposes the messenger after guidance has been made clear to him and follows a path other than that of the believers, we will give him what he has taken and drive him into hell. Types of Ijma. 1. Ijma of the companions, Sahaba, the consensus of the Prophet's companions on a legal matter. This is the strongest form of Ijma. 2. Ijma of later scholars, the consensus of qualified Islamic scholars, ulama, in any age. Ijma can be explicit, all scholars explicitly state their agreement, or tacit, no scholar objects to a ruling. Example of Ijma: the Quran does not explicitly say that a grandmother can inherit from her grandchildren. However, the companions of the Prophet reached consensus that she could. This ruling became part of Islamic inheritance law through Ijma. Fourth source, Qiyas, analogical reasoning. Qiyas is the Arabic word for measurement or analogy. In Islamic law, Qiyas refers to applying the ruling of an existing case to a new case when the two cases share the same affective cause, illa. Qiyas involves identifying a ruling in the Quran or Sunnah, identifying the reason, illa, behind that ruling, finding a new case that shares the same reason, applying the same ruling to the new case. Example of Qiyas: prohibition of drugs. The Quran explicitly prohibits alcohol, kama, Surah Al-Mu'aydah 5:90, O you who believe. Intoxicants and gambling are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Avoid them, so that you may succeed. The reason, illa, for prohibiting alcohol is that it intoxicates the mind and prevents rational thinking. Qiyas: modern drugs, cocaine, heroin, marijuana, also intoxicate the mind in the same way. Therefore, by analogy, qiyas, modern drugs are also prohibited, or haram, in Islam, even though the Quran doesn't specifically mention them. Conditions for valid qiyas. 1. The original case must be from Quran or Sunnah. 2. The ruling must be applicable to extension. 3. The affective cause, illa, must be clearly identifiable. 4. The new case must genuinely share the same illa. 5. Qiyas cannot contradict a clear Quran or Sunnah text. Importance of Ijma and Qiyas. The Quran and Sunnah were revealed in 7th century Arabia. New situations constantly arise: modern banking, medical technology, digital transactions, social media, for which there is no direct Quranic text. Ijma and Qiyas allow Islamic law to address new situations by building on the principles of the Quran and Sunnah. This is the strength of Islamic jurisprudence. It can be both rooted in divine revelation and responsive to the changing world. Remember, Ijma equals Arabic word meaning agreement or consensus. In Islamic law, Ijma refers to consensus/unanimous agreement of qualified Islamic scholars/mujtahidin on a particular legal question. When all qualified scholars agree on a ruling, that ruling becomes binding on Muslims. Basis equals Prophet Muhammad said, "My community will never agree on an error/hadith." Surah An-Nisa 4:115 equals whoever opposes the messenger after guidance has been made clear plus follows path other than that of the believers equals God will drive him into hell. Types of IJMA. IJMA of the companions/Sahaba, consensus of Prophet's companions on legal matter, strongest form of Ijma. Plus IJMA of later scholars, consensus of qualified Islamic scholars/ulama in any age, can be explicit equals all scholars explicitly state agreement plus tacit equals no scholar objects to a ruling. Example of IJMA equals Quran does not explicitly say grandmother can inherit from grandchildren, but companions of the Prophet reached consensus that she could equals ruling became part of Islamic inheritance law through Ijma. Qiyas equals Arabic word for measurement or analogy. In Islamic law, qiyas refers to applying the ruling of an existing case to a new case when two cases share the same affective cause/illah, involves equals identifying ruling in Quran or Sunnah plus identifying reason/illah behind that ruling plus finding new case that shares same reason plus applying same ruling to new case. Example of qiyas equals prohibition of drugs. Quran explicitly prohibits alcohol/kama equals Surah Al-Mu'aydah 5:90 equals O you who believe. Intoxicants and gambling are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Reason/illah for prohibiting alcohol equals it intoxicates the mind plus prevents rational thinking. Qiyas equals modern drugs. Cocaine plus heroin plus marijuana also intoxicate the mind in the same way. Therefore, by analogy, modern drugs are also prohibited/haram in Islam, even though Quran doesn't specifically mention them. Conditions for valid qiyas. Original case must be from Quran or Sunnah plus ruling must be applicable to extension plus affective cause/illah must be clearly identifiable plus new case must generally share the same illah plus qiyas cannot contradict a clear Quran or Sunnah text. Importance of IJMA plus qiyas. Quran plus Sunnah revealed in 7th century Arabia. New situations constantly arise equals modern banking plus medical technology plus digital transactions plus social media equals no direct Quranic text. IJMA plus qiyas allow Islamic law to address new situations by building on principles of Quran plus Sunnah. Thank you for studying Islamic religious studies with us today.